Hi guys, and welcome to the 365 Days Focus Art Challenge. If you haven't heard of it, Artfully Yours with Diana is the one who actually started this. I will put her link below, and in her weekly updates, she puts everybody's links to YouTube and Instagram. So if you want to check out other people, there is a list, a running list. Also, if you want to be involved in the challenge, that's who your go-to is. So the last couple weeks, I didn't post last week, and I'm very late to post this week. But I've been feeling like I have not been created. So I will tell you what I learned, but I'll wait till I get to that point because there's no, there's no point in me, rambling on in this beginning because that's something I like to do. So anyway, I apologize. I have to just ahead of time, in case something's mirrored and I'm not catching it, I have to figure out this mirror thing with, I just got a new stand, and I have to figure out this whole Facebook thing, or not Facebook, YouTube, so I can do things right. I just don't have enough time in the day right now to learn everything about YouTube because I still have a job, I still homeschool, and I volunteer. So I volunteer for like 3 different things. And my list keeps growing. So I will get there. It's just going to take me a little longer. So anyway, I'm going to show you what I've done over the last 2 weeks. This was just practicing some drawing. I was practicing the nose going to the eyebrows here. And just practicing, parts of the face. This was something fun. I saw it and wanted to do it. Only my end results I don't really like. I liked their end results, and who they are is James Burke's. He did a YouTube video on dress forms and watercolor gowns. And this process was really fun. But the process isn't me right now, and I don't foresee me doing any more of these. Although I might go look up on him on Instagram because they were doing some other fashion things on Instagram, and now it's piqued my curiosity, and I might want to try it. I don't know. So I'll put his link down in the video later when I'm done. This was just a face I played with. I won't be using this, my dialogue, because I'm going to turn it into a gratitude journal where I'm playing around. That'll be the last time I use that for this. This was something that was inspired by Alex K. She was doing something on, let me move this here. She was doing something on, how to deal with your anxiety, how to cope during this COVID-19. And so she was teaching some things, and then she had an art project. She did her process step by step. And then we did our own thing. It wasn't really too detailed into how she did it. So we kind of were more so on our own, but you could use it as a guide. So we were doing frogs. Yeah. And I did a little collage. I used scribble sticks. If you don't know what scribble sticks are, Dina Wakely makes these, and they are acrylic crayons. They don't have wax in them, and they're like a crayon, but they're not a crayon. They are activated by water. So, depending on the paper you use, you'll see streaks, and other times you may not. Just depends on how hard you're pressing. So the majority of this, or actually, yeah, 95% of this is scribble sticks. And there's some washi tape and collage. And I didn't have a Posca pen at that time, so I used a white Sharpie paint pen. So the next one actually was, it was another thing by Alex Kay, and as you can see, I think I forgot to do the tape on this side. But that's okay. I've moved on and I'm not going to go back and do it. This was our unicorn, and I don't think I was relaxed enough to do the unicorn, as my unicorn does kind of look silly. But I used distress inks in the background, and I used, to do my paint splatters, I used Dina Wakley's High Gloss sprays, acrylic spray, but I didn't spray it. I splattered it. I took the cap off. And if you're looking at my keyboard and you can actually see my keyboard, I'm very messy, and I probably should have moved my keyboard. But my desk is my art space. It's my workspace. And it's my happy place. So I really don't care if it gets messy. And I need a new keyboard anyway. So it doesn't really matter if the paint got on it. Oh, and I used a stamp. This was actually from a life book lesson. It was a warm-up. It was teaching us layers, and you're not really going to see my layers in this because the only layer I can see through it is here and maybe here. It was learning layers, and I used the majority of this. I used scribble sticks. There was a little bit of acrylic paint, a little bit of gesso. The silhouette, I found a bear silhouette, and I turned it into a cut file that I used with my Cricut to cut the bear out to have the shadow. And I found this honey clip art, and I printed it to put on my page. My word for the year for Life Book as I go through is create, because I have only just began creating in January, and I want to be able to keep creating as I go. So yeah. This is another Life Book class that's work in progress. I am going to be upfront here because I'm not going to take credit for the drawing. Tam did say that it was okay to trace it, and I did trace this one, and this probably will be my one and only trace through Life Book, because this piece is going to be very significant to me when I'm done. It's kind of like your protection page for through the year, and I can't quite draw fingers and arms yet that well, and I wanted it to look like what she had, but excuse me, as I go, I'm going to do it myself going forward. I just wasn't confident with this particular one, but I needed to be honest about it, because for me, that's the right thing to do. So, maybe I'll finish this one this week. I don't know. What's been going on is, I've been struggling to be creative. And Dianna, a couple weeks ago, did a process video of intuitive painting. And it took me a while to process the things in it, or kind of process what she was saying, and really think about some of the things that she said. And I realized that since I started, I want to do things and I want them done now, but I can't do these things because I'm still learning how to do some of these things. And for me, that's really frustrating because I feel at times that I can't find my way in this. Like, I can't find my own style because I'm trying to learn everybody else's style. And so I kind of ran out of things to think of. Even draw and even wanting to do faces was just hard. So I found a book by Carla Sandheim called Imaginary Animals. And I was just reading her process on how she does things. And I decided that I was going to try it. And to try this, to me, was a process. It's a process that I haven't let myself explore. So the next few pages is going to be a process that I'm learning. I'm learning to let myself be quirky. I'm learning that art can be of a wide variety of things, and what you might not like, I like, and what I like, you might, or what you like, I might not like. And that's okay, because everybody sees art differently. I love art. I love most art. I'm inspired by it. I love to try to get the feelings behind what I see, or try to interpret things. So, I mean, that's art to me, and everybody has their own opinion of art. So anyway, I really had fun with the process. I actually did 3 of these yesterday, and I have 1 more to finish. And I think what I might do is use that on as a process video. So if I do it today, maybe I'll post it later today. So I'm sorry for the multiple YouTube posts. But anyway, this page here that you're looking at on the side, it was a junk journal page. I scribbled in it because I was trying to get my pen to work, and I couldn't. So, or it kept dying, so I kept coming back. And then this was just kind of like an extra of this page over here. So I decided to gesso it, but the gesso didn't really cover it up. So maybe I could have put black gesso on and tried black gesso. I didn't have the black gesso until a couple of days ago. But anyway, so in Carla Sandheim's book, one of the activities she said was to go out and find shapes. Well, it's been really cold and I haven't been able to go out. So this weekend I might though. But anyway, I was looking at sidewalk cracks on the internet, and I was using some of the shapes to inspire a drawing. And I actually did see these shapes. There was actually another head that came over here. But I saw a bird, and I turned him into a quirky little bird. And this was kind of like an accident. This was here prior. It probably, as you can see, came from one of my Zentangles. So I turned it into a quirky little wing. This past Sunday, I took a class with Dianna, and it was really fun. I learned how to kind of do things in a background, and everything you see here is Dylusions except for the stamp. I used the new cocktail paints. I love them because they are so translucent and the colors are just so yummy. And it's kind of summery, and I like these colors. And we did collage, and when you had one here, you had to put the other one here. Now, I didn't have stamps, so I used my collage piece. And, of course, the pieces are bigger and smaller, but I tried to match them the best I could and mirror it. I had fun in this process. But I did learn that I can't do something like this in a little journal. It's just not going to work. And I don't want to touch my big journals until, my good journals, until I have a grasp on things. I know that's silly. I should probably not care, but, I want them to be special. So anyway, yeah. So then here are 2 more, and sorry about the earthquake. I bent my camera stand. Anyway, so these both were inspired by sidewalk cracks. Yep, you heard that right. And this is what I saw. This was added. There was a line going this way, and I just drew this in. But what you see here, even the heart, that was in the sidewalk. Or mud cracks or whatever I was looking at. I think it was sidewalk. So I did this. I did this in watercolor. I had a lot of fun doing it. I didn't think I would. But I really had fun knowing that, hey, this is mine. This is what I saw, inspired by this. And I can do this. I just have to let myself do the process. Max. I have to let myself do the process, and I have to enjoy the process. So I guess my focus now is changing, and it's going to be to allow myself to enjoy the process, try new things, and just have fun with it, because I started in January, and I have a lot to learn about whole lot of things, and that's what I'm going to do. And this wasn't, so the title of this one is Bad Hair Day Love, and that's how this one came about. This one also came about by sidewalk cracks. Yep. And I could have done him differently, and I could go back and do another one off the same one because I got another idea, but I decided to leave him and move on, and just have fun. And he's not meant to be perfect. He is an imaginary animal from sidewalk cracks. So I did have fun doing this. And I have one more that I want to do that I'm really excited to do. And I think I said this before, but I think I'll do a process video on it. I don't know if I'll do it today. I don't know if I'll do it Monday. But when I do it, I will have to figure out how to put my camera so you can see what I'm doing, and go from there. So I hope you all have a great week. I will be checking y'all out here, catching up, or trying to catch up anyway. And I think because I did this on a Friday just to keep the weekly thing, I think that I will show my video next Friday just so I can keep it weekly and I have things to show you. So with that being said, I will let you go. Have a great week. Have a wonderful weekend. I hope you're all doing well and staying safe. And see you later.